Today is leg day, and in this video I'm just going to be walking you guys through my journey of body recomposition. Body recomposition, for those of you who don't know, is just the process of losing fat whilst gaining muscle at the same time. So a couple months ago, this is what I looked like. I was bulking, I was eating a lot, and I wasn't really following my regular schmegular nutrition plan. So I was just eating everything and anything. I put on about 3 to 4 kilograms, and I was weighing about 67 kg, which is quite heavy. My normal weight is usually around 64 kilograms or 63. Like, I dabble between 63 to 64 kg. But I was able to lose the fat and get my weight back down and tone my midsection. All right, so I'm getting ready for the gym, and I'm going to take you guys with me. I want you guys to remember that weight gain and weight loss looks different on everyone. And yes, granted, I may not have a high body fat percentage, and there's still a bit of visible abs there. However, my body weight fluctuates all the time, just like anyone else's. And regardless of how hard and how long I've been training, if I am not eating healthy and if I am indulging too frequently, I will put on weight. Due to my genetics, the process which my body stores fat is a lot slower than, say, someone who has maybe a lower metabolism and stores fat a bit quicker and takes a bit longer to lose the fat. Also, with my genetics, when I put on weight, my weight rarely goes to the front of my abs, so I would notice the weight like around my waistline and also like my back area. So yes, I do go through phases where I am in a fat loss phase where I want to lose a few inches and get back down really lean and cut. So the biggest problem with trying to build muscle and lose fat at the same time is that they're two opposing goals. We know that you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat, but because muscle building requires a lot of energy, which comes from calories, this usually prevents you from building muscle. However, the energy that your muscle needs to grow with the right nutrition and training plan, you can actually signal your body to use its existing fat stores as energy towards building muscle. And as a result of this will help you build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. So here are the 3 steps that you have to follow if you are also on this journey. So first is tackling your training plan. There is no special body recomposition training program. It's all about doing the basics, but doing them well and pushing hard enough during your sets and your training with enough volume to work each muscle. So a good training plan that is designed to force your muscles to grow is what you need to be following. And that is a workout plan where you're lifting weights. So regardless of what my goals are, whether I'm in a muscle building phase or whether I'm in a cutting phase, my workouts always stay the same because I don't use resistance training as a tool for fat loss. Resistance training for me is to help me build muscle, and what helps you build muscle mass is also what helps to prevent you from losing it whenever you're transitioning into a fat loss phase. So what I do is I use cardio as a tool for fat loss. So I will usually just do 25 minutes cardio on a bike, and then I would do 4 sets of, say, jump rope at about 2 to 3 minutes each. That way I try to create that deficit, but my resistance training always stays the same. So regardless whether your goal is to build muscle or to lose fat or to do a body recomposition, you can use my guide and follow the same split that I follow. Also, when it comes to maximizing muscle growth, you need to be within 3 reps short of failure. I don't do 3 sets of like 8 to 10 reps, for example. I don't put a limit on my reps. I always try and go till failure. The reason why most people don't see muscle growth after some time is because they don't train anywhere close to hard enough in order to reach that goal. Those first few easy reps don't really count. The reps that you have to struggle and shake to finish, those are the ones that count the most. For me, I have just 5 exercises that I do on my leg days. And when your goal is to build muscle, 4 or 5 exercises is really all you need. You don't need 10 to 12, 15 different exercises to grow any part of your body. For most people, if you feel like it's too small, then there's a chance that you're just not putting in enough effort or intensity into your training, because with training, you have to try and make sure that every single rep is treated as if it's the only rep that you're going to be doing. Next is to pair your training plan with a good nutrition plan. And the most important part of your nutrition is your calorie intake. Remember, I said you have to be in a calorie deficit to stimulate fat loss, but if you're trying to lose and build at the same time, your calorie deficit shouldn't be as aggressive as it would during like a typical fat loss phase. For me, I cut my calories down by just sticking to non-processed foods. So I was eating more stuff like potatoes and rice, and I cut out eating pizza and cookies and just processed foods in general. And this automatically put me in a calorie deficit because those processed foods are very, very high in calories. So a deficit of around 300 calories will support muscle growth. Then most importantly was my protein intake. From using supplements like whey protein and eating lean meats like chicken and stuff, I had a high protein diet, and that will help your body to maximize muscle growth because your muscles need this macronutrient for protein synthesis to take place. So protein helps your muscles repair after a workout. So you'll pretty much be close to maximizing your growth when you're eating about 0.8 grams per pound of protein a day. And finally, your recovery. Getting enough sleep helps you recover, which is so important to seeing progress with your muscle building goals. If you're not resting enough, this can negatively affect both your muscle gains and fat loss. So make sure that you're not sabotaging all of the hard work that you're putting into your nutrition and your training by overtraining. So try and get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. And finally, and most importantly, be consistent. This is where the key to seeing changes lie and getting to where you want to be. Make sure you check out my training app and my website if you need programs and meal plans to follow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.